welcome back to a video on my channel. Today I'm going to be making a beginner's calligraphy guide. I've heard a lot of people are trying to learn calligraphy these days, especially a lot of my friends. So I made this video for them. This video is a 17-minute video, so you might want to skip ahead while I'm actually drawing the directions. This is the key point for calligraphy. Upstrokes are thin and downstrokes are thick. You can base everything off of that key point. Here's an example. That line is thin. This line is thick. And so forth. Now, I remember not talking about this in the video, or making anything in my bullet journal for this, but I recommend getting a brush pen or one of these amazing Crayola super tip packs. They are amazing. They are so cheap for just amazingness. I can't even. Yeah. They're my definite recommendation. But brush pens are amazing too. You don't have to get the all-star, Tombow Fudenosuke. You can just get whatever you need right now because you're beginning. Now I'm going to talk about angle. Your calligraphy will come out different ways depending on your angle. Without an angle and with only pressure, it's going to come out thicker. Your downstroke is going to come out thinner compared to with angle and with pressure. It's going to come out thicker. You can see the comparison. Now I'm going to move on to the next page. Here I'm going to be talking about pressure, which is also a key point in calligraphy. If you don't apply pressure, it won't come out. And this leads to something called faux calligraphy, which I'll talk more in depth about later in the video. Here is an L without pressure. It just looks like a regular cursive L, which is not what you want for calligraphy. And this is with pressure. And this also implies and goes with angle as well. You can see me drawing an arrow there. Now, talking about the first L I drew without pressure, that is kind of how we're going to go into faux calligraphy. Faux calligraphy is a concept of where you draw a cursive letter without any pressure and then like add it afterwards. Sorry if you hear some background noises. Okay, so I just did the same L without pressure, like the one I drew the arrow to. And I'm trying to think of a word that starts with an L. I thought of later, which is kind of interesting. So the first step is to just write normal cursive. Then the second step is to go back and draw on the downstrokes with an angle. So that's what I'm doing here. Suddenly my light just got really bright. And to do this, you must know where all the considered downstrokes are. So I'm kind of drawing arrows on the downstrokes. And it's going to take a little bit of time to get used to this. At first, you might want to draw the downstrokes on a different area that are not supposed to be thick, but you're going to learn. So, most people, most people that have gotten into calligraphy, they only use faux calligraphy when they have not gotten a good grip on regular calligraphy or they're doing something important. And what I mean by this is they don't want to mess up. If you're writing in a journal or just regular calligraphy, you're not doing it for anything important, then you might want to, you can use faux calligraphy, but it's kind of more suggested. It's like really suggested that you use faux calligraphy in important things, because you don't want to mess up in regular calligraphy. So now I'm turning the page, and I'm kind of gonna give you guys like my own spiel. And what I'm gonna tell you guys is that that only for left-handed people. It's not for any offensive reason. I'm just putting it out there in case you are left-handed. I would just like you to know, studies have shown that left-handed people have a harder time learning calligraphy. It just kind of doesn't work in their favor. They're kind of going the opposite way. But if you have been like good with being left-handed, writing with being left-handed all this time, then you're gonna be fine. But it's not impossible. It's just gonna be a lot harder, or maybe, I don't know, maybe it's gonna be really easy. And it might take a lot more time, but it's not impossible. So here's the next page. You just have to practice, practice, practice for those who are left-handed. And you'll learn. But enough of that. I'm going to move on to the next page. And the most important thing to calligraphy is that you know how to do normal cursive. And that's just kind of like an obvious statement. But some calligraphers, they don't write calligraphy with cursive, and that's your choice. That's just for the style of what type of artwork you're doing. But most calligraphy is written in cursive, so we gotta learn that first. I would suggest even before thinking of calligraphy or starting calligraphy, I think you should start learning cursive if you don't know already. Here, I'm just writing the whole cursive lowercase alphabet. After I drew the lines for calligraphy, the cursive, I noticed that the upper and lower lines were too thick. Here's a sped up video of me writing the alphabet. And from there, I'm doing faux calligraphy. Now, a lot of people write different letters different ways. Like the B, I've recently changed it on how I write it. And the S, I've done that before, and then I switched it back to like a regular S, like non-cursive S, but like swirly, and then I switched it back to this S. Kind of confusing. And then some people write their Z differently. I honestly don't know how else you guys write the Z, but yeah. I do believe the capital cursive alphabet is a lot harder, but some of the letters near the middle of the alphabet are just the exact same. Sorry if you hear some background noises again. And I've been waiting to say this the whole video because, and finally, thank you for 50 subscribers. I know it's not that big of a deal to some of you guys, but it really is a small milestone for me because I am a small channel and I hope to grow even more. Thank you so much for those who have subscribed to my channel and find interest in my videos. I love you guys, and it's Slimy out. See you guys in the next video. Bye.